Greetings, dear, precious, magnificent, glorious, divine being that you are. Remember this and never forget it. It's cold out here. It's like 25. So I just all bundled up and feeling warm and just want you to know that I love you. I'm doing this because I love you, because I know who you are. And I want you to know and be fully who you are and take all your powers back, because you are the greatest work in the world. There is nothing is more important. Not what they tell you in any educational system, any intellectual system about this and that and all about. It's all about you, all about you. Now my topic. It's a little cold, so I might shiver a little bit, but it's great. Love it. I love it. Because you're alive, you just feel everything and hear it, and you heard the crow already has tuned in. Watch for signs. They're all right there. It's all perfect. All right. My topic, 21 days to personal riches. Now, I have a course called 21 Days to Personal Riches, and I had made an infomercial out of that years ago. And what it is they say it only takes 21 days, whoever they are, to change a habit. Well, that's true, and also not. You could change it in a moment. Because once you recognize and realize that something isn't good for you and isn't working for you, and you look to find what does, in that moment, you don't do that anymore. But yet, sometimes what we do is we're still attached. Like, I've been letting go of the coffee. You know how to do. And so I'm making chai, doing a really good job. It was really good. And every once in a while I might have a sip of the other, or have like a little espresso, because the more you roast the beans, the less caffeine is in there. So, okay. So anyway, I kind of go back and forth a little bit, but I'm moving on it because I know how much better I feel and how much more energy I have, which is really interesting. Okay, so you watch it. So 21 Days to Personal Riches. And here's a basic thing about it. I base it on baby steps. I remember there was that really kind of funny movie all about Bob, and I had a person like that. Anyway, it was baby steps, taking baby steps. And what happens, we tend to set up a New Year's resolution, I'm going to do this. And then as soon as you fall off and you eat the ice cream and now it's over, so I may as well forget it because I failed. No. You fall off the path, you get back on. You fall off the path, you get back on, until staying on the path, your path, or whatever is good for you, is strong, and you choose it. And every once in a while, you have the little something or whatever, as long as it is done in a way that is the healthiest that you can for what you want and what you do. And that's exactly it. So here's a thing that you could do. Pick something that you want to attain in the next 21 days. Look at that. And so then I want you to look at what action could you take every day that will help you move in that direction. It could be, all right, I choose to have more prosperity in my life. Okay, and when I talk about personal riches, I want you to know I was born rich. And I wasn't born, but I appeared, because my dad's last name was Rich, but it was Reich. It was a German name, and it means government, and it means wealth. And then also my first name, being Terry, is also terra firma, is earth, but it could be terrible, it could be terrific, it could be whatever, but there's something in your name. In fact, I have a fabulous workbook that I have made. It has 6 different programs in it for you. And what I did was, I didn't go to some kind of university to learn money management or business, because it's really simple. It's like a lemonade stand. You give something, you receive something. You give, and they all want to get real creative with it. So that it's not really, they're making something out of nothing, and you think you're getting something, but you're really not. And it's the same thing. Like, I remember seeing a flood that was happening in Washington State in this people's house. It was a beautiful house just floating down the river, and they're all crying because for 10 years we've given our lives to this and it's gone. What if for 10 years you gave your energy, your focus to knowing and being and fully activating all your divine powers, abilities, and qualities. What would happen then? Because you see, but we put our energy in the temporary instead of in the eternal and continual. Because when you put you first, you put the horse before the cart, because the outer world comes from the invisible world of your own consciousness. You see, so pick something then. Say, for instance, you say, I want to have more prosperity. Okay. So what are the things that you could do? Well, you say, okay, I'm going to, in my book, Live Your Bliss, also What You Think of Me Is None of My Business is now back out again, and it's in audio soon, and it's also on Kindle. And also my book, then, Live Your Bliss. I don't think it's out there on Kindle yet, but and it's great because bliss is where you start. That means you not thinking. In the moment that you're right there, you're in a blissful state because the words start to agitate you, and you want to start to look at how you react to these words and such. And that's why I invite you to call me, to email me if you want to have a get to know each other session and get a sense of whether we would work well together, and I could be there to help you and assist you to attain what you desire now and eternally, because that's my work. But anyway, so you just, email me, and then we'll set up a time just for a visit. It's a complimentary session just so we get to know each other, and we'll take a look at what you need and where you're going and how you're going to get there, because your strategy, spiritual strategy. So anyway, every day, then, you want to do something in the direction of where you want to wind up. So you could say, well, I'll read, study the books on prosperity. I will do my affirmation, God is my source and my supply. And here's a good one. There's nothing for me to worry about ever again. All is well. God or source, however, beloved, what you want to call Lord, however you do that, who you are, what you are part of, is my source and my supply. All is well. And then when you do that, you want to give yourself the feeling, as you meditate on that, you don't just say it. You have to get it, because it's not memorizing something to speak. You use the words to get you beyond words. I know it sounds crazy, because we've been taught the words. We've been taught phonics, and we've been taught numbers and letters immediately, because so we can be spell casting and even look at that little arrow that's on your computer that you move with the mousey guy is called a cursor. And writing, also in handwriting, is called cursive, and that makes you the cursor. Stop cursing yourself. Very big. Or others. Anyway, so let's take a look at what you want. Now, say for whatever it will be, then you want to start doing it now. And what people tend to say, well, I don't have the money yet, or I don't have the time yet, or I'm not ready. Start something. They say, well, I'm going to write a book. Okay, then just sit down and make a document somewhere with your note paper or on your computer, however you do it. And then start listing all of the topics that you want to include. Okay? And then every day, say you spend a half hour on that. Do whatever it is. And here's another one. Say if you're working to tone your body. Here's an easy one. You forget about exercise, because it's exercise, getting rid of demons, the whole thing, it's about feeling good, and it's about having good energy. Okay. Did you know that dancing is fabulous? And then I have a little rebounder, and I could rebound that. Jim Croce is pretty good, but the problem is I have so many songs in my memory system because I've been a singer. Every word has got a song, and then I hear it and sing it, and it's there. But what would you do? Okay. So what you want to do is put a note at the end of your bed before you get into bed. If you say every day I'm going to dance to one song on my trampoline, or I'm going to dance to one song, and that's my body movement, and you're ready to go to bed at night, and as you get in bed, you didn't do your dance. You get up out of that bed and you do one dance, and then you get into bed. You see what I'm saying? So you, instead of sabotaging yourself, think about what you would like to attain within 21 days, and then set a schedule for yourself of what you're going to do every day, and be realistic. Like you say, well, I'm in sales. I'm going to make 50 phone calls, but you've never made one. Why don't you say every day I'm going to make one phone call. Say one, at least. And then you have the note at the end of your bed. And if you go to bed and you did not make that phone call, your lousy excuse could be, well, it's in another country. Everybody's asleep. Somebody's awake. And somebody out there wants what you've got. So you better make that call. And as you do that, you start building your confidence. You start moving the rock. You start the momentum. You get going, and you focus on what you desire to have. And every day you work on that to build your consciousness, your skills, your strengths, and it's really important to build your spiritual strengths where nobody can defeat you, knock you off your center. So I love you. And take these are clues. Share this with people and let them know. And come here. There's over 700 videos. And also, if you're just getting a few, you need to go to my website, terrycolewhitaker.com, and click the YouTube, because there's some reason we can't put the two together. Don't worry about it. But there you get all of the videos. Use them for courses, classes, bring people to your home. If this resonates, come on, use it for yourself and share it. We have the power. Own it. Be who you are. You're the best. Big hugs.